Who are you? What do you do? And why should I care? These are the three questions every website needs to answer on the first page. It should be the first thing that people see. And it sounds pretty intuitive, right? People want to know who you are, what do you do, and why should I care? That's a super important part that gets overlooked because it's obvious to us. Of course, this is what I do. Aren't you so glad that I'm here doing this? And in some cases, yes, people are just glad to hear, oh, good, there's someone who does that. But most of the time, there's this, why should I care? What's in it for me? So you have to answer that question on your website. And the trick is you have to flip it. So it it's easy to say, this is what I say in my elevator pitch is I write content for your website that tells people who you are, what you do, and why we should all care because that's what I do. But you have to answer those questions in reverse order. The website has to first tell people why they should care. Then it tells them what you do. And then it tells them who you are because they don't care about those other two questions until they understand what's in it for them. We are selfish creatures. We have a ton of content and a ton of things pressing on our time, taking our time and attention. Why do you deserve my precious time and attention? So you have to answer that question first and foremost. Then they're going to want to know, okay, what is it that you do that gets this result? Then they're going to want to know about who you are, what are your qualifications, how do I know you really know what you're talking about, all that good stuff. That can all be answered later. But first and foremost is why should I care? And I have worked on this a lot. I spent a lot of time coming up with the big banner for my website that's at the head that answers this. Here's, why you should care question, because it took me a long time to really, really zero in on the benefit I provide and how I can put that in terms that my ideal clients would understand, right? I don't want to talk about lead gen. I don't want to talk about biz development because those are buzzwords that don't really mean anything anymore, right? I want to talk about how I get high quality leads seeking you out so you don't have to waste your time hunting them down and convincing them why you're an expert and why they should work with you. I create the content that does all that for you. Easy peasy, right? But it took me a long time to figure that out. So that is my task for you today. If you have not done so already, take some time to think about that. What is the benefit that you provide, and how can you frame it in terms that your target audience will understand? That's it. That's all the everything that I have for you today. If you have any other questions, if you want to see an example of how I did that on my website, you can check that out at AV, as in my initials, Allison Verhalen. That is avwritingservices.com. And you can, if you want to reach me directly, you can do that at info@avwritingservices.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day and happy blogging.